Order. May I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Make a motion, we approve the agenda.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, I believe we have somebody from public comment.
Good afternoon. I am Jan Norris from Montgomery County with a pipeline update. Maybe you saw the front page of the Sunday Des Moines Register recently. They dedicated 5 full pages to the CO2 pipelines, writing that this will be the issue in the 2026 elections. Next session at the State House, landowners are asking only for a ban on eminent domain for carbon pipelines. If it's good enough for South Dakota, it's good enough for Iowa. Shelby and Story counties have voted to take their ordinance case on to the U.S. Supreme Court because the issue of local control is bigger than a few counties and has far-reaching consequences. Legal professionals recognize recent actions as bizarre and uncustomary. In the last 2 weeks, Summit has filed a motion to amend the permit, asked the district court to remand the case back to the IUC instead of hearing oral arguments on the appeal. And yesterday, they filed a motion to consolidate the 16 separate dockets into one project after objecting to the same just last year. Do they even have a plan? They don't have a route. And in recent successful farming article, a South Dakota lobbyist hinted that the pipeline proposal is on life support. Summit's conditional permit issued by the IUC was appealed, but Summit has filed to amend the permit. So now, instead of oral arguments being given to the district court on October 10th, they will be holding a hearing on Summit's request to have the case remanded back to the IUC. Page County has likely received a letter from Summit's new CEO making promises in an attempt to put forth a new image. Despite the attempt to sweeten and distract, this project is still trying to obtain eminent domain to seize what landowners won't sign over, use federal tax dollars to fund their private project, damage Iowa farmland while using our water and energy, and still place a hazardous pipeline dangerously near our homes. Nothing has changed. This project is still more risk than reward, as one member of the IUC stated in his dissent. A week ago, Summit finally filed nearly a 400-page petition to amend their Phase 1 conditional permit. The amendment asks to modify route and pipe size, modify rail and state highway road crossings, added 1 ethanol plant, and amend conditions regarding the Dakotas. For all the complaining during the legislative session about changing the rules in the middle of the game, this company has gone all in on doing it themselves. There are significant changes to the proposal, including pipe size and rerouting, and critical unanswered questions such as where the pipeline will go and what the end use of the carbon dioxide will be. Pipe sizes have changed in many counties. Page County remains at 6 inches, but increases in Montgomery County by my house. In Woodbury County, where they appear to be planning to cross the Missouri River, they seek to double the pipe diameter to 24 inches. As a part of the amendment, Summit is announcing its launch of a community and landowner partnership program. In a letter to counties, new promises included safety, transparency, and stakeholder payments, but many of these commitments are already required by law or as a condition of their permit. The partnership program is offering grants to counties and landowners. Summit referred to them as royalties this morning. The more people in the county that are convinced to sign voluntary easements, the higher the grant. It appears landowners and counties are being incentivized to pressure their neighbors to sign. Because only a few miles are affected in Page County, these incentives are not likely to amount to much. A similar offer is being made to landowners, which isn't sitting so well with some of them. It kind of feels like they are pitting neighbor against neighbor. It appears the project may not be able to meet the conditions of Iowa's permit, so this amendment is asking to change them, dropping requirements for South and North Dakota. They no longer want to define the end use of the CO2 or where it would go, which isn't very specific for granting a permit of this size. Some counties are using this time while the permit is being disputed to review their policies and ordinances on road crossings and right-of-way use. I've provided Judy with a list of counties and what they've done. If you get a chance to ask Summit questions, be sure to ask how much water they would require for hydrostatic testing, where they would obtain it, and where it would be disposed of. As always, I am available to be a resource to this board, and I'd be happy to sit down with any of you for a more in-depth discussion. Thank you for the time to update Page County on this important subject, and that will affect very many people.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Jan. Any other comments? Okay, we'll move on to our engineer update.
Good afternoon, JD King, Page County Engineer. It's a fine Indian summer day out there, last couple of days, couple of more days. I would make a comment to Jan's. When the pipeline going across Woodbury doubles in size from 12 to 24, the area of that pipe is 4 times as large. It is pi r squared is A. So it'll handle 4 times what a 12-inch will. Just a trivia thing.
Okay,
Engineer update went out yesterday afternoon. Operators blading roads, hauling rock with 4 trucks on some specific roads there. We've been mowing at the bigger bridges where their river access is at. We've got a pipe project on 160th Street delayed it a day because the farmer was harvesting beans right adjacent to this pipe, you know, on the wrong side of the storage, of course. So we'll start that later this week. We're doing other things besides replacing pipes and closing roads. We're doing some riprap on K because of the harvest. We don't have any mowers running right now, but where we did edging with the shoulder and with the retrievers on the motor graders, bringing some material up toward the pavements, we're running a pneumatic wheeled roller on top of that to smash it down.
I saw them doing that the other day. I was down there.
We're continuing to do winter service on our tandems. The hoe was serviced before it went back out to 160th Street. This morning they were changing oil in one of the Macs. It runs hauling rock every day to this this demonstration oil or this Schaefer oil that we're demoing or investigating for use. And there's several motor grader services scheduled for this week or next. Tomorrow morning, we'll close the Essex North Bridge about 7:30, 8 o'clock and spray a deck sealer on that. We do have 70% green vegetation on the project, so that'll check the DNR box and we can just continue that stormwater permit and save a $150 fee. Continue to work on the Yorktown project with developmental stuff. Tomorrow, the office manager for secondary roads is going to attend her annual conference, Iowa County Engineers Office Organization. And the weed commissioner, Troy Edwards, is also going to attend a roadside conference out on the eastern side of Iowa. Questions about the update? Okay, if we could turn So the next agenda item is mowing equipment. And there's two parts to that. First part is a tractor. There's a summary sheet, a handwritten white sheet, and then some documents showing the quotes or brochures. We're down to one more tractor for the gravels. We only have one tractor that we've been running on the gravels. Our other ones lost an engine. So we didn't mow gravels this year very much, very little, and we had been mowing gravels, and mowing gravels is popular with the public. It's popular with us because it reduces the chance that snow will catch and drift. And mowing gravels reduces or minimizes or allows people to see animals coming out of the ditch easier. So mowing's popular, although we didn't mow this year because of equipment issues. So usually we purchase a mower tractor and a mower. And at the top of the summary, we got a quote from John Deere for a tractor similar to ours that we have now and a side and rear mower decks pushing $200,000. But my superintendents were talking to the neighbors and they have a tractor lease agreement over in Taylor County. And it's a pretty attractive. You look down to the next line where it talks about the lease of a John Deere 3631M for 350 hours a year. It's $26.50 an hour, $9,275 for a year's worth of lease. And there's 350 hours can be run on that lease before the price increases up to $38 an hour. We talked to vetters and a maximum 150 to pull a mower is they only run 249 hours at $25 an hour, which is substantially cheaper than the Deere, but it's less hours. So to make it apples to apples or the same number of hours would be with the Case 8750. So it's $500 difference between the tractors, but Case doesn't allow 350 hours on the lease. It's only 250 or 249. They'll plan to resell this tractor once it's off lease. And I need a vehicle, or I need a tractor that can mow more than 250 hours a year. So it's not the whole mowing system yet. It's just a tractor, but to lease a tractor for less than $10,000 a year compared to $200,000 is a cash savings.
So then we would still need to buy the
buy a mower, we
mower,
still have to buy them.
51,000.
Say again?
The mower then would just be the 51,000.
That's a side and rear mower. We're gonna talk about a batwing mower with one wing
Okay.
that would pull. It's a different kind of a mower.
Okay.
So what I recommend to the board would be to lease a John Deere tractor from the local.
How many hours do you usually get on them more in a season?
Varies. Just a minute.
say that if you go over that 350 hour mark, the price goes up
Yes.
to what?
$28.
It goes from $26.50, goes up $12,
Was it $12?
38.
38.50.
38.50, so it incentivizes not running over what the lease is for. In 2024, during the mowing season from May of 24 till September, end of September of 24, the number 70, which is the John Deere, put on 346 hours. This year, from May to the end of September, we put on 763 hours, but that's only one more. It's not the two mowers that we generally have. In number 71, which is a cat mower, from May 24 to end of September 24, we ran it 434 hours. And this year we ran it 56 because it died and burned a piston. So we didn't run it.
So we don't have any mowers now.
We have a mower.
Oh, okay,
We have a John Deere mower that's,
Okay.
that's running.
Okay.
But it's one.
right.
And we have the case and a batwing, which mows the bigger pavements that's been regraded to flatter slopes. We can run on the slopes and the back slopes. So our 350 hours is, well, we needed the 350 compared to the 250. So we don't, if we push up against the 350 and we still need a mow, we can swap our case to pull the batwing with the right hand wing. So that's the tractor side of recommended John Deere lease. Now moving to the mower. Once again, there's I don't know if it's, I call it a summary sheet. It has a batwing mower, right hand wing only, written at the top. And 3 mowers. Well, 2 mowers. And in a different company with the same mower. Got a Land Pride batwing with just the right hand wing. That'll, mow the embankment, the foreslope for 31,755. Schulte, 38,115. And a Schulte from a different firm, 37,250. The differential there is $861 between those 2 Schultes, or 2.2% of the cost. And the guys recommend the XH 1000 Schulte. It's a heavier mower. It's commercial grade. Mowing gravels is a hard use task. Lighter mowers don't hold up well. The DOT runs Schultes. Fremont County runs Schulte. I mean, we don't always do what the neighboring counties do, but we've heard about how those hold up compared to some other brands. We've had Woods in the past. When I first got here, we had a bush hog. Sold that in 2021. Got the Schulte. We have a Schulte now. So the superintendents and I would recommend the Schulte, the heaviest Schulte. And one of the dealers is from is local. One of the dealers is across the state line. And for $860, I think we should buy local.
Can they match that price for us? Better?
We don't shop bids.
Too late now.
No, I don't shop bids. I expect them to get their best.
Yeah, I would say they would.
Where's this
Are you
money?
talking total, I mean, is everything the same on both the Vetter and the Maryville?
Yes,
Okay.
so they bid the same thing.
So what's this diamond side rear 51,000? And we got like the Schulte 38,000.
So the 51,000 is a mower that attaches to the frame of the tractor and the rear, the 3-point. And the Schulte mower is a pull behind bat wing, except it only has the right hand wing. You see, the state has those kind of mowers. Our current Schulte bat wing has both wings. This would only have the right hand wing, so it'd go with the traffic, be mowing a 4-slope.
What about the mower that came off the Caterpillar?
They're wore out. They're from 2009.
But the short season, that would get us through this season, right?
None of this equipment will show up this season. It'll come up in this, won't be available till the spring
You can't even lease a tractor.
unless they have one out there.
So what are we gonna do for this season then if we can't get one?
Well, we're not mowing as much as we used to. We still can mow with the bat wing, but we can't mow with that everywhere. We gotta have an extra wing out there stirring up dust on the road if we had to put it on the gravels. We don't generally run that one on the gravels.
So what we're looking at is for next year.
Correct. Given the current affairs of our world and equipment delivery. If you'll recall, last week I talked about the annual report and the increased carryover balance the annual report showed compared to what our budget projection was. This could be funded with that.
So this tractor, is it just for mowing purposes only, or do we have other purposes we use this?
So this tractor would be for mowing specifically. It has to go, turn it back in.
Right, right. But I didn't know if you had snowplow or anything else you could put on them. So
We don't, but if what I understand, unless somebody has one around sitting in their lot, it wouldn't, I wouldn't anticipate having this available for that. Although we have a case tractor that we could put a plow on, like the city does.
Mhm. Okay. I recommend we table it so I can look it over a little further next week.
Table it till next week.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know, do they lease mowers?
I don't know.
Could you lease them?
But-
You know, I don't know if that was even.
That might be they have rougher use.
Yeah. Who, like, on the tractor, then what is covered is all the maintenance stuff and things for that as we're leasing it is covered? Or if we do something to it, I mean, we're liable.
Mechanical problems is covered by their warranty. We run some insurance on it. Any damage done to it is on us.
So if one of our guys damages it, then it's,
Right, then we have to fix it.
And the maintenance would be on us as far as oil.
Right, but 350 hours, maybe a couple of oil changes, that's all.
Okay.
Okay,
okay, we'll just
thank you.
table
We'll
it till
bring
next
it up
week.
tomorrow,
Okay.
next week.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Don't go away.
Don't go away. Okay, I'm right here.
Well, just hang out, because I had some questions about when we get to the wind project.
Okay,
We ready for John?
So I don't know what's next. Yeah,
John's
John's
next.
next. So yeah, just
Before we get too far, have we got gravel in Essex yet?
I do not. But when we're gonna haul some rock on C Avenue, northeast Essex and on 150th, coming into Essex, and then I've talked to my superintendent, Shovel.
This would be
Right.
a different gravel than what you're probably gonna put on the road though.
Well, I would submit that the kind of rock that he's putting there now, it would be better if it was a little bit more like the road rock and that it wouldn't suffer damage.
Not the point though. Point is put back what they had.
Oh, you can find some.
Okay.
Where's that?
In
Hundred and
Essex.
fifty?
Yeah, when they was working on the Essex Bridge, they were turning wide into a private parking lot and
Oh,
tore it up, put some ruts in it.
It's fixed back up, but we promised him some rock.
okay. John, are you there?
I'm here. Good afternoon.
Hi.
We could probably start off talking about, I assume that Todd, you're wanting to talk about 280th.
yeah. So, and we've all had talked to the same person and phone calls. So does it sound like they got some water put down the road to dust control? They had a couple of questions about water lines potentially being compacted down with the weight. And then also a pipeline that runs through there. And I don't know if you guys talked to the pipeline company or anybody, if there was any concerns with that going across. It runs underneath 280th, I believe.
I can talk to some of our folks and let you know what they say about the pipeline and water lines and all that stuff. Because I don't know for sure just right now, but I guess JD, this is what I was told. Are you good with us using 280th for around a week, so long as we do continue to do the dust control, which we did put some water down already, is what I'm told. Am I correct in that understanding?
Correct.
Okay.
And can I ask why we're switching routes from
The
270th?
construction, yes, the construction people told me today on a call. I didn't fully understand. They said it made something a lot simpler. They went into this big long explanation that I fully didn't understand, if I'm being completely candid. But they swore up and down that it'd make their life a lot easier to do. And they said, we'll do what we're supposed to do per the county, but if we're able to use 280th, that surely makes things a lot better. So I don't know.
Right.
I'm sorry that I can't answer it better than that.
Do you have comments, JD? On that?
So, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Connor Nuss called me and requested to do an addition to the road use agreement, adding D Avenue and 280th to the map. And it was my understanding that the route they were gonna take the crane over is steeper than they're comfortable with, and they wanted instead to haul it around on 280th.
Okay.
Or haul crane components on 280th. Or trailer, is that the gist of what you heard, John?
Yeah, it was something along those lines. Like I said, I'm not really a construction person myself, to be honest, so I didn't fully follow everything they were saying, but they just said, hey, if we can use it, it sure would be nice. So
270th is steeper than 280th.
Well,
or DM?
No. The way they were gonna take it around before, whatever way that was, 280th is better.
When we did the road use, or we marked the roads that they were gonna be on, did anybody take a look at this stuff and then?
Right, but
So we're not
they
having
moved,
changes. You know, if that was a road that they can't use, then they probably shouldn't have had it in their list of what they were gonna travel.
Maybe they're moving from one to another and instead of what they were going to do.
Sounds like they're doing it now.
Yeah,
Well,
I feel like we agreed to certain roads to be on, and then now we're changing everything, and they're kind of, it sounds, from what I've talked to people down there, they kind of are on all kinds of roads. And not specifically the roads that they should be on.
we wanna know that when they're on there. And Marcia called
Yeah,
the other day and let me know that,
yeah.
and I called,
She called all of us.
yeah.
So, yeah,
I called Will Nash from IDAM. And so they're taking a crane from turbine 49 up to the 3 turbine cluster of 51, 52, and 53. Usually they walk those across the fields. And they have crossings. When they cross roads, they let us know. That's what happened with the 280th one this afternoon. It should be underway right now.
Yeah.
well, like always, whatever you need from me to relay, I'm happy to do it. You tell me what to do, I'll tell them what to do. It's kind of where I fit into this. So,
And I don't know, like, I know I got the email this afternoon about the road closure for the crane.
Correct, and
Going
that's
down,
over
but-
on the county line.
Okay,
The map would show that dot over there. And that's.
I just want to make sure
moving-
that's being communicated to anybody that lives on that road. So that they know, because harvest is going on and they've got field work going in, and if a road's closed because there's a big crane coming down it and they're trying to move some ag equipment, then it's probably gonna cause some problems.
They're going across the road.
Okay.
Still takes a long time to get across, I guess.
Yeah,
yeah, I saw all the signs when I was down there, not to be used by the wind turbine, so. Anyway,
yeah, just as, I mean, as, I know things are gonna come up, but just, it doesn't hurt to over communicate if we got road issues or we need to change things. But I'm glad you got it added to the road use agreement, because that was my next question. Are we covered on roads that aren't listed in the road use agreement?
Right, and earlier in the construction process, the road map or the road use agreement, the roads on that changed a couple of times.
Okay.
so you took pictures of all of these prior to,
Yes,
okay.
And then I guess my other question is, if for some reason water lines were compacted and ended up leaking later on, is that something that Mid-American would end up fixing, or does that fall on the property owners?
JD, do you
Like-
know right off if that is in the road use agreement, that specifically? I'd have to read through it and see what all is in that.
I can't remember talking about it, so that's
I have
why.
to refresh myself on the
Yeah.
road use agreement.
Yeah, let me give you the correct answer to that, Todd. Let me make sure I give you accurate information. But
But we
Yeah.
do have we do have a year that we can
That's-
bring things up.
Yeah,
right, and I knew that specifically pertaining to the roads. I've never been asked about the water line specifically, so that's why I don't want to speak without knowing for sure, but I'll find
yeah,
out.
yeah, I
Just
mean,
send us all an email, John, on that.
Absolutely. Yep,
Okay,
no problem.
okay, thank you.
anything else?
Welcome. Oh, just the general updates on my end are, the turbine components have already been delivered for a couple weeks, which I told you, but There was a control building that's either already been delivered today before this call, or it may still need to be delivered yet today. But I'm told that today there's a big delivery coming in for the substation specifically. And there's one more big delivery for the substation. There's a transformer coming in. I don't know exactly what day that's going to be, but I think that's about the last big delivery there is. But all the turbine components have already been delivered. It's just the substation stuff now. There's 36 turbines totally constructed of the 54 between both counties. So a few more than the last time we talked, of course. And but yeah, let me make sure I've got everything that I need to be finding out for you. So you want me to ask about the water lines? What was and I'm sorry, I'm just trying to gather my thoughts here. What else do you want me to ask about? And get
The
back to you?
pipe, so there's a pipeline that runs in there too, under that road, 280th. And I
Okay.
don't know, I could try to find out and get you the information of the company for sure.
Mhm.
I think it's a natural gas pipeline maybe that runs through there,
Rather than water or both?
and water. Well, they have Southwest Iowa water lines that run under to their house.
Water.
Yep, rural water, yep,
And then you think there's a gas pipeline too?
yep.
Okay.
Okay. I'll check up on that stuff for you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anything else, John?
I think I'm okay on my end.
Okay. Well, we appreciate if you get that information to us. That'd be great.
Sure.
So. Okay.
As Todd, sorry, I had to get that information about what was even going on with 280th because I didn't really get the story on what was even happening until a little before this meeting. I was trying to call this person, that person, so I didn't mean to not get back with you yesterday when
No,
you
that's
asked.
right.
So
I knew you were on it, so that's, at least you told me you got my email, so
yes, sir.
I knew
Yep.
you were probably looking into it, so I knew I'd get to talk to you today, so it wasn't too bad.
Okay. Anything,
Nope.
Brian? Okay. All right. Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You
Yep.
too. Okay, our
I
next,
do have one question for JD.
oh, okay.
Is there any penalties or anything in that road use agreement if they're using roads that aren't marked before they're re-amended? I mean, is there penalties, fees, any repercussions we could do? So they just made up, we're
I-
gonna use these roads.
I think there's something in there about. Okay, I mean,
If they damage it.
I don't know exact wording, but I think there is something in there about them.
So in other words, they were using 280th before it was agreed upon to use it.
Well, yeah, if they
The
didn't have,
re-amended.
yeah, if they're using it without our consent, I mean, they're supposed to be communicating to us ahead of time before they make any changes to what road they're going down. Hopefully they did that with you and said, hey, before they ever start going down 280th, and we didn't find out about it just because somebody that lived on 280th reported it. That is what happened, huh?
After Marcia called me, I called JD.
So they were using it before they ever asked us. if that
Evidently,
was-
yeah.
Okay, so that.
Yep.
That does violate some things, I think,
Yeah.
in the road use agreement, but
So is there fees associated with that or?
I don't
It's
know.
only
We
if
just
they
need to,
damage, probably.
we need to look that up.
Because if there is, then that money needs to be assessed and set aside for later on if issues
Right.
come up
Yeah.
after a year.
Yeah,
You keep
And
track of all
whoever,
that.
who'd you have in the enforcement part of that?
who what?
Who was doing the enforcement part of it?
Well, the county engineer does the enforcement part.
Okay.
Your name's on the line.
Yeah. Can you look into that? Okay, and then if you have any questions, holler at me and I can look at what I have in notes and stuff. I'll probably do some looking too, just to make sure.
Look at the road use agreement, yeah. Okay, our next item is discuss action abatement request from the Clarinda Regional Health Center for a couple different parcels. One of them is the house that they own where they let the doctors have the doctors stay if they're from out of town. The other one is the Goldenrod Manor that they got from, well, I guess it came from Azria, actually, the former nursing home. And in doing this, they're also asking for,
Do we know what their plans are for the nursing home? What
they're
they're,
working on it.
okay.
Yeah. They're working on it. So it's not a, I mean, yeah, they've been working on the inside of it for quite a while. So, yeah. I don't know that it's out there.
Think we should think about it a little more, but, what I know for starting out is taxes already paid up.
Right.
So that was from a year ago.
Yeah.
And they want reimbursed for that, which. And then if that was to be the case, then we'd have to pull the money back from the school because it's already been set for that.
Right.
So I think they should just go through the regular exemption process and then bring it back to us after that, you know.
To go through the abatement process.
They got
Yeah.
till February 1st to get into to put an exemption in, goes to the
Yeah.
assessor, he puts, you know, gets what they're gonna do, what their plans are.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's,
And then and then after his decision, then if there's something, then yeah, bring it back, but that would be my opinion.
Um, and I did get a call yesterday from someone asking about the abatement on it, and I said the hospital is a municipal entity. Never, ever taken tax dollars for the Clarinda Hospital, but they are a municipal entity, so the abatement is over and above board on giving them the abatement for the taxes, so. Because they are,
what was that
Tax-
reimbursement value? What was that?
well, the reimbursement is on Goldenrod, it was $20,416 where the taxes have been paid. And on the house, it was $3,622. So we're talking about, yeah. $24,000.
Oh,
So, if we want to do, resolution 3725 to abate the taxes for the two parcels. And we'll hold off on the taxes till we can discuss it further. Is that okay?
well, what now?
Can I
Abate?
go ahead and abate the taxes?
No, I don't think we're gonna abate the taxes.
Well, you're abating the taxes because they're a municipal entity. So they don't pay taxes from now on. This
Right.
other issue
Oh,
is
for
whether they get
reimbursement.
taxes reimbursed. Yes.
Okay, but don't they have to go through a process or they are already cleared because they're a municipal?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There should be no taxes on those things that they own. Now,
For the hospital.
from now on, yeah. Yep. So
Yeah,
do,
so this is not for the reimbursement.
no, this is not for the reimbursement of taxes.
Right. This is just to take those two properties off the tax roll,
Yes,
basically.
correct? Well. Because if the taxes have already been paid on it.
So you're thinking for next year?
Mm-hmm.
So
For them to be abated, I mean, for them to take them off, period. It needs to be, the assessor needs to make them, tax exempt. Because they are tax exempt.
Of course, then they should go through that channel first.
don't they have to go through a process?
Yeah, they should.
That's
I
like
think
we,
so.
like we just talked with like the city and
Would it be like the pregnancy center where they had to,
That's a little
Get the
different to
exemption.
deal
It's
with.
different because they're not tax exempt. I mean, as far as like a municipality is.
so the hospital's already paid the 25, 26 taxes.
So
Yeah,
did the hospital actually paid these?
Correct,
So somebody wasn't talking to somebody
correct.
down there. Okay,
So they are asking for a reimbursement
reimbursement of that.
to abate them and then reimburse them.
Okay. I guess I was reading it as in the future. So, yeah. So perhaps we need, yeah, I guess we need to talk to the assessor and the treasurer perhaps.
yeah, that
Okay.
would probably be good. to
Okay.
Get everything.
So we'll table this one until we can talk to them. Okay. Okay. I think we probably need to talk to the hospital person too. So see what they're thinking. Okay, our next item is discuss action on the farm lease. Do we have the survey done? The survey's done, right? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they just have to change some spacing so that Brenda can record it.
Yeah.
Cause her stamp doesn't fit. I know.
Okay,
It's the little.
She's gonna have to get a little stamp.
Rules,
right.
rules are rules, right?
what'd you say, JD?
Space at the top of the document. Like that 2080 we just did last week. It had space at the top.
You did.
Yeah.
You did good.
Okay. Well,
So that's what we're just waiting on, is getting
Yeah.
that done, and then, okay.
Everything else has been done, the parcels have been designated.
and you have something, you got anything written up?
Jim doesn't have.
I have something drafted up, I just need a legal description, but
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we haven't given him the legal description.
Okay, let's put this on next week's also.
But do you wanna get all the dates and stuff done? Cause it won't take,
Yeah, I would like to get the farm lease out there I've had several phone calls from people who want to know when it's going to be up for bid. So I just think we need to set our time frame as far as what we're gonna do. Think ahead a little bit. Do we want to go to try to get it in the paper? We'll have to discuss it next week again. Will we, or can we go ahead and do it today? I mean, we can go ahead if all we need is Jim's documentation. We could go ahead and get it in the paper on the 8th.
as long as we get
Get
the
it.
stuff tomorrow.
Yeah.
Are
Okay.
we putting the property description in the paper though?
look, I think typically the legal description there, I don't know how long this one is. I haven't seen it yet, but I imagine it's.
Oh, geez.
You better wait one more week.
Okay, we'll discuss it next week.
Good.
All right. Okay, next thing, discuss action on the sidewalks, the courthouse and the annex. We're not getting very far today.
Lots of good discussion.
Lots of things to discuss.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I had one question on the courthouse sidewalks.
Mhm.
Were any of those part of the result of when they were doing windows and stuff? And I know some of those cracked.
It doesn't look.
Now, those would
look-
These are different, those were all repaired. Okay, that's. Okay.
Yeah, so I think,
And I don't know, we probably haven't got any estimates on any of
no,
that.
that's,
Okay.
I mean, basically what we're gonna have to do is put out where we want it and have them come look at it. And then also at the annex to get the sidewalks done there since the guy declined to do them. So,
And it's probably getting to where it's late in the year that it's probably gonna be spring before you.
well, it's gonna be 91 Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, we're just. Like,
Oh,
but,
they use different concrete anymore,
yeah,
so,
that's true.
yeah. So basically, I think we probably just need to, talk to put some bids out there, or put some information out there. We've got pictures that Troy has taken of this, and they can look at the annex and see how we want to do that also.
Just lump them together.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I would say so. I think we'll probably get more.
Bid them together.
Yeah. And is it D&D, R&R, whatever it is that has done sidewalks for the city? 3D, okay. But we can do it, just. Guess we
Somebody
could,
needs to say, okay, we're doing this one, we're doing this one, we're doing this one, so we need.
I would like to see these that Troy did, and I know that looking at them, there, I think you asked about Troy doing it, but I think it's above his pay grade. I don't think that's his job, because you're gonna have to tear out some of them to put the new stuff in. So,
So basically just the pictures that he's got there,
yeah,
then we're gonna do the annex just around the boulevard and the Washington
Just-
Street.
I think, yeah,
Okay. Just so we're bidding on the same thing.
well, yeah. And whether we need to, were we gonna put a sidewalk from Washington Street in? We had talked about that, from Washington Street to the door. Because of UPS or whoever delivers things. They could still come in through the other door. But
That's probably easier.
I guess we need to decide that.
They pull up there to deliver stuff to that other door because they can just pull right up in that front parking lot.
it's not the easiest thing to get in and out of. It's,
Oh.
if you get a truck, and I don't think a truck would go in there. They might pull into the parking lot down below and then have to come up those
Wheel
steps
bump
to
up,
do that. Yeah. So whether we want to look at that again, you guys want to drive by it and see? Because that wasn't part of what we were talking about before.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Well, because that was all gonna be just gravel,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
well, they were
Weren't
gonna,
we gonna make gravel, like the gravel parking lot there?
well, he
For
wanted
the-
concrete, and then we decided not to do the concrete, so the guy pulled out, so,
And-
yeah. So
But Brian's meant, I mean,
Brian want the gravel,
you mentioned.
we did it
gravel,
at all.
Just pack, yeah,
yeah,
because then you
They
wouldn't have.
didn't want gravel, so guess
Oh,
they don't
okay.
get gravel.
yeah.
Okay.
What's that?
Gonna get you gravel.
You're gonna do the gravel before winter.
You gonna do gravel?
So then I don't think you need a sidewalk up there to it from the street.
How are you gonna drive to it?
Just like now, yeah,
So you're gonna put gravel all the way
all the way to the street, yeah.
to the street? Okay,
It'd be an interim measure. Maybe
So I guess when you put your,
with concrete in.
put your sidewalk in, you just gotta leave a driveway there to,
so we gotta decide what we're gonna do, so yeah.
yeah.
I guess I'd recommend waiting on that sidewalk.
Till you get the other decided. Yep, agree.
Okay. Okay,
It'll
well,
just be the sidewalks around the boulevard and Washington Street on the outside, right?
right,
Correct.
Just need to get them done right away.
okay.
Good.
All right, we'll have to maybe have Troy work on that. Have him, yeah, okay. And then we'll get it to several people to make a bid, or else we can make it a public
Make
bid,
a public bid, yep.
a public bid. Whoever wants to bid on it.
You want? Does Nick already have some of that done?
Does Nick have that? Yeah, he has the drawing of the steps, doesn't he, coming around the building? I've got it here somewhere. No, I'm talking the annex. I'm talking the annex.
South side of the building from the east
Yeah.
to the west.
He had a picture of that, didn't he?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, how about Troy and Nick work together? Yes. Okay, we'll get them to work and then maybe come back to us next week.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. We haven't made decisions today, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Okay, we talked about a lot. All right, let's, board communication is the next thing.
I went to the SWPCO 50th anniversary dinner, which was very nice. Uh, They had, I think, 150 people,
That's good.
maybe a little more. So yeah, it was nice turnout. And I was supposed to have a Zion meeting on Monday. They couldn't get the Zoom link to
Okay.
work, so I
But
could.
they had a meeting, I think.
They did have a meeting.
Yeah, they had a meeting,
So,
yeah.
yep. So, yeah, they're gonna change the way they do that a little bit so that
Okay.
they don't ever send the link out, the Zoom link, unless you ask for it. I suggested that they just put the link on the Zoom, on the agenda.
The
So when
agenda,
they send
yeah.
the agenda out, everybody has the link if they need it.
Yeah.
So,
And I've been doing I just call on the phone to the juvenile detention.
oh, you don't do Zoom? No.
Don't do a Zoom because they have it at the restaurant.
Okay.
So they just do that and one of the guys from Montgomery County called in also. So I mean we can hear everything that's going on and they can hear us. So it works.
Yeah,
So
and we have tomorrow's meeting, right?
we have a meeting tomorrow with Johnson Run. Hopefully it'll just be a 5-minute meeting.
Okay.
It's at 8:45. We're doing it by phone. And just to talk about real quickly, whether we reimburse or whether Shenandoah will do the work in some trimming and then the Johnson Run Drainage Fund will pay for that. So that's basically what we have to do. So seems like I did something, but I can't remember what I did. Wabansie meeting? Have I talked about Wabansie meeting? I can't. Went to a Wabansie meeting last time. They're looking for different things to do since they've lost funding with the IHH thing, all the reorganization, they are, looking for different things that they can do. So lots of things changing. And Dr. Garcia is leaving, so that's an interesting point too. Found that out at the meeting last week. Mark Peterson from Montgomery County they just put it out for information, so. Anything else? Matt? Let's move on to meeting minutes from the September 23rd. I hear a motion to approve those.
Make a motion, we approve the minutes as stated.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And we have no claims, so motion to,
Motion adjourned.
okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, 4:58.